Um, Hello and welcome to the ASMpod episode number 6. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening to me talk about, just bullshit about things. Um, we're up to 108 subscribers. Thank you so much. I'm not someone who really, you know, likes to talk about it a lot because, platforms can change, but I hope content is immortal. But I'm happy that this little thing that I started is getting a little bit of traction. Even the Facebook page has become like a football discussion page, which is fantastic. I love it, man. I'm just gonna put things that I like and you like, and just find a middle ground somewhere, and we can talk about it. And getting a bunch of subscribers from outside Nepal as well on the podcast, which is fantastic, man. Shout out to you guys. And yeah, fresh off a 6. Is it 6? What was the Richter scale? What was it on? It was 6, right? A 6 Richter scale earthquake, morning alarm. Just Wednesday morning. Oh my god. See, I was like a cat. I was in the middle of a weird dream, and I remember hearing the whole, like, you remember what it sounds like. I think like the whole generation now will know forever what an earthquake sounds like. And yeah, it was that sound, man. I woke up. I was like a cat. I was like a cat. I pushed on my hands and legs and swat straight from the bed on the floor, opened my door, and I'm out. My hand is on the main door, and I see my mom, dad come out, and my mom, dad were already awake. They were thinking it's gonna go away, but it didn't go away. But I was just out, and my hand was on the main door, ready to open it, and it stopped. I'm glad it stopped. Man, that was we don't want one of those. We don't want one of those. But then again, they say it's good to have these small ones, so the pressure gets released, and you don't end up with the big one that we did, man. In 2015, which is another story in itself, man. There were 2015 memories of the earthquake and the aftershocks and everything, man. Everything. This pandemic also sort of feels like that time, because there were so many things we had planned for months in 2015, and everything just went. Because first the Boisak Baragate April 25th earthquake, and then the May 12th earthquake, that big ass aftershock. So it was very touch and go for a long time. And I remember Tetibel, I'd say we were going to do the first tribute to grunge, and there was a practice room we had on top of Hamro, Basantpur, and opposite to the Dobli, and we used to practice there. And the day of the earthquake 5 years ago, I was supposed to go to a friend, and that's why I'm supposed to go there, and I met the friends, and the earthquake came. And then Pochi, later on we found out that practice room went with the earthquake. It went down, man. So we would have been, one more hour, and we would have been there, which is the weirdest thing. But that was finally we got to do the grunge, right? We got to do the grunge next year, early 2016, and yeah. I have to explain. I have to explain your thumbnail that you see on this podcast. That's the first grunge tribute to grunge, man. I was so nervous because I think that was the time. So on 16, right? So there was I'm still struggling as a musician. I'm still struggling as a musician. But then in 2016, I really was down and out, and that was the biggest crowd I was gonna play in front of. And I was, I'm supposed to sing Chris Cornell, and I'm, getting kind of, nervous about the whole thing. So I started drinking rum from 12 in the afternoon, which was not a good decision at all, because I think rum gives you more cotton mouth and dries up your throat. I'm like, oh, by the time I'm getting more scared and more paranoid, and then someone says, just drink whiskey. And I just started panic drinking, and I drank, and by the time, I remember Satish Dai was on before me, and good Lord, he put on an absolute mind-bending set, broke his strings, took off his top, was dancing topless, and and then came backstage sweaty and just hugged me and said, I warmed them up for you. No pressure. Damn, man, I went on stage. I don't remember a lot. Like, there was a lot of times I had to look at the photographs a few days later to know what I did on stage. I got into a little bit of trouble. I remember passing out, like I was unconscious in the middle of a song, and then famously Suncha Vox came from behind and kicked me on my, like, he literally, I was out on my belly on the stage of there's a photo of this as well. There's a photo of it as well, and you'll see my face on the steel grate that's on the stage of Purple Haze, and I just my body was warm with all the drinking, and the steel was cold, and as soon as my head touched it, I am out like a light. And and then Suncha Vox came from behind, Sonny Mahander from Albatross, and he kicked me in my ass, and he said, "Ut pe ode." And I just got up and went, hang my head, drown my view. and Suncha Vox didn't talk to me after that for like 2-3 months. So yeah, you can check out the rock show we did together as well. We talk about this, and we go into detail about this story as well. But I love him. He's been fantastic to me. Just I think a week ago I sent him a new track from the ASM 2 album. We're planning ASM 2 as well. I'm writing ASM 2, composing it as well. I wanna ASM 1 about release unsa. It's gonna get released when it does. I'm just securing I'm securing some music distribution, and then I want to be on board. I want to do something with ASM 1, and then ASM 2 is getting planned as well, man. And I'm really, really looking forward to it. And that's the grunge story. All right, before I forget, that's the grunge on the drum story. I didn't explain that, right? Okay, so we finished that set, right? And I am so happy. I am drunk and happy. I'm sweating, and I go to Robin and I put out my hand and I said, brother, man, Robin, yaar. And I pulled his hand closer, and he pulled me close, and he was trying to hug me, and I slipped. So I didn't jump on the drums. I slipped. There was a point where I thought about jumping on the drums. I remember Colby doing it once, and I'm like, I want to do that shit. So that's what happened. I slipped on the drums and I fell, and then Robin was like, die. Trying to pick me up. That whole night is a blur, brother. That whole night is a blur. I wish I remembered more about that night, but I don't. And but the second one was better. The second one, I'll be releasing a few clips of it as well. I have a fantastic clip of it where we did Super Unknown and Melvin's Geet as well. So I'll put that out pretty soon as well, man. The second grunge was better. Nobody was angry at me at the second grunge. Yeah, but it was the third grunge one. That was electric. The third grunge, and was it Ram or Lakshman who broke the amp? He went whack with his guitar and then stuffed it inside the amp. Fantastic, man. Big shout out to Suyach Raj Bhandari Dai, man. He's been the pillar of support during all of this, man. None of this is possible if he's not around. So big shout out to him. I'm looking forward to the next one. I hope we get to do it in 2021. Grunge nights are always eventful. I'll tell you more stories with this podcast as we keep going along. And there's so many stories. I'll tell you more. But yeah, speaking of looking forward to things, October 1st, ASM releasing a brand new song called Confessions. It's an English acoustic. In this album, I wanted one acoustic track. I loved those, like how Zeppelin would be playing, electric rock, and then they would all stop, and everybody would get acoustic guitars and stuff, mandolins and stuff, and just the whole vibe would change. And I love that. That's flavor, that's color that a band has. that every band should strive to have. At least I want to strive to have. And so this is the acoustic song on the album, the only acoustic song on the ASM1 album, Confessions. Because you guys are my top listeners, and if you've made it this far, I'm gonna give you a treat. So this is a little snippet I can play of the song. Yeah, okay. There we go. That's gonna release October 4th. I'll play some more next week, maybe. I'll play you the bridge part next week. What else? What else can we talk about before I wrap this up? Yes, UFC Fight Night this week is fantastic, man. You guys need to tune in. Colby Covington versus Tyron Woodley. Nico Price versus Daniel Cerrone. Johnny Walker is back. I think he's fighting Span. And God, there's one more fight that I'm forgetting. There's one more amazing fight that I'm forgetting. I'll just give my predictions for the main event, which is Colby versus Tyron Woodley. A lot of smack, a lot of trash talk in here. A lot of even political agendas getting involved and stuff like that. But you know, Colby talks the talk, but he can walk the walk too. I mean, I know Kamaru, but Kamaru took him down in the 4th, the 5th round. Colby can go. Colby can really go. And Tyron is coming off like a few disappointing losses, and I don't know what was his last fight. I don't think Gilbert Burns, right? He lost the fight with Gilbert Burns, and now Gilbert Burns is gonna face Kamaru Usman for the welterweight title. But this fight is important, very important for both fighters. I think both of them need a victory here. A loss for both of them can mean, you know, a severe drop in stock, and I think Tyron wants it more. I think Tyron Woodley wants it more, but I don't know about Colby, man. I think Colby can out pressure Tyron Woodley. Tyron really needs to look at the wrestling is probably on the same level, I guess. But you know, Tyron has power in his hands. You have to go back to him, knocking out Robbie Lawler and then choking out Darren Till. So Tyron can do it when he's motivated. So I picked Tyron Woodley probably in the 4th round again. I think fatigue and I think conditioning will play a role, and I want to watch it. So tune in. I think it's on Sunday morning for us here, UFC Fight Night, and I'm really looking forward to this one, man. This one's gonna be fan-effing-tastic. So yeah, I guess that's it. I think that's on my mind. You know, earthquakes and grunge memories and brand new song October 4th. Yeah, man. If there's anything you want me to talk about or something you want to discuss, just leave something in the comment, and yeah, it'll be perfect. So thank you guys so much. I love doing this, man. Thank you for listening, and I might do a live stream pretty soon from here too. So let's see. Yeah, looking forward to it. Thank you guys. Much love to all of you. Keep sane, stay healthy, stay safe, wear a mask, keep your health up, and this is the ASMpod. This is episode number 6, and thank you for joining me. Till next time, bye bye.